The Orleans Parish School Board agreed to pay former Superintendent Avis Williams $335,000 in a secret agreement involving her resignation.
Chris Joseph reports that board members may never explain what happened.
The Orleans Parish School Board welcomed Dr. Avis Williams with applause and said goodbye with $335,000, which is about a year's salary. Williams' contract was set to end in July of 2026. Fox 8 obtained a settlement agreement which shows the board agreed to pay Williams the sum in exchange for her promising to not sue the board over any potential issues. The agreement reads there was a dispute regarding the terms of her contract and that both sides wanted to settle. Williams didn't let on to any conflict the day her resignation was announced.
It's just a good time for me right now to spread my wings and start the next chapter of my life.
Neither Williams nor the board told the public about the dispute or the payout when they announced her resignation in November. The settlement shows they agreed to keep it confidential and that unless required by law, they'd never acknowledge the settlement's existence or share the terms publicly. That left taxpayers and district leaders, including the president of the Teachers Union, Dave Cash, in the dark.
I think we would like to know, and I think that people do need to know what happened and what changed.
I used Louisiana's public records law to get the agreement. Since then, board leaders and the district have declined to explain what happened.
Those are taxpayer dollars, and I think that taxpayers have a right to understand the business of the board.
Caroline Romer is the executive director of the state's Association of Public Charter Schools. Despite her calls for transparency, she acknowledges the board has followed the law in this agreement. Romer says she doesn't know about Williams' case, but settlements with superintendents happen.
When there is, let's just say, a moment in which they cannot come to terms with each other for whatever the reasons may be, we have seen those contracts be, quote, bought out.
Did the school board ask you to resign?
They did not, no.
Williams signed the settlement just a few weeks after news broke of a $36 million financial crisis caused by a revenue overestimation.
I always want to leave better than I found it. And I know for sure we've done that between the mental health resources, the opening of the Leah Chase School, funding for JAG, Jobs for America's graduates, improving test scores throughout the district.
She says she didn't learn about the overestimation until months later.
Why was the superintendent of the Orleans Parish Schools not notified about such a serious overestimation until months later?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's a question I've asked as well.
Did you get an answer?
No.
You can't deny that there is some timing and some matters going on that would lead you to believe that there were some hard conversations had between the board and the superintendent, but perhaps they just chose to take the high road, remain positive, and part ways.
Contractually, the high road may have been the only road. The settlement includes a non-disparagement clause prohibiting the board and superintendent from talking negatively about each other moving forward.
That was Chris Joseph reporting. The $335,000 includes Williams' unused vacation and sick pay. She'll receive it by January 15th.
Well,